Yes, guys, it came as a shock to me as well. Bears want actually lower prices, and they are actually managing to pull it down quite a decent bit. So look at this over here, guys. Look at this. So up here, when we are having this move towards the upside, up here there was a lot of shorting happening, right? Because the price hit some kind of lows down here, it started going towards the upside, and up here at the top they started shorting a lot, right? So there is a lot of shorters up here that are still holding their shorts, and they are still not selling yet. They're still wanting the lower prices down here. You see this move towards the upside up here. Also up here there were a lot of people shorting, a lot of bears shorted it. Now these people also want the lower prices, and in this last moves up here towards the upside also came a lot of bears shorting prices. They still want the lower prices. Yes, guys, I know it's very shocking news, but unfortunately bears do want lower prices. Now will they be actually managing to push the price down here into this liquidity area and start taking profits down here? That is we need to wait and see for that, if that actually can happen. But there is still a lot of bears left in the market. We did not have a shorters capitulation phase yet, and shorters capitulation, or as other people call it as short squeeze, it hasn't happened yet. So there is still a lot of shorters and a lot of bears in the market, and they want the lower prices. Now what they are actually hoping for is to get below these levels down here. Why do they hope that we get below these levels on the downside? Because down here there's a lot of liquidity. So if they go down here, they can actually take profits. If there is not a lot of money being sold, if nobody is selling, and they start taking profits on their shorts, what's gonna happen is the price just explodes towards upside, right? Because there is so much money right now in the short positions that they need this move towards downside inside this area down here for actually the price to not just skyrocket towards upside. So if they want to take profits and without actually moving in the price, and they want to take, if they can take profits down here, they have already been taking profits for a long time, but there is still a lot of money in the short position. So if they want to take profits without actually pumping the price up to some kind of 30k, they need to get into this liquidity area. They need to create fear, they need to create FUD, fear in the market, so they can actually take profits down here, and then we can actually go towards the upside. So my theory about some kind of spring towards downside before we go towards upside is still in play, although I'm not really sure that's gonna happen. What we're gonna do over here right now is right after this, we're gonna check out the this chart over here. I'm gonna explain to you why right now, maybe already right now, we are starting to go towards the upside. But let's go a little bit back to Bitcoin up here and talk a little bit more about some very important support lines that have actually been broken yesterday. Now before we do that, I don't know if you know, but next to the subscribe button there is this bell button, right? This bell button. If you click the bell button, there are 3 options, and you gotta click the all option, because if you don't do that, you get no notifications. If you like my videos, want to get notifications for the videos, you click the all button, and then you get notifications for videos. YouTube is a little bit strange. You got 30k subscribers, you post a video, and they send like notifications for 200 people. It doesn't make any sense. So if you want all notifications, you know what button to click. That said, guys, look at this over here. Now we are breaking all of the supports on the not all of the supports, but you have been breaking certain very important levels of support. So there was this line down here. I don't know how we drew it, something like this up here. You can see that yesterday we actually broke that towards downside. We also lost the 20 moving average. So technically we should be very bearish, right? Technically we should be saying like we should be shorting this down to 10k, like most people are talking about. And I've seen a lot of comments saying right now that it's financial crisis, everything is going to zero, so forth. I don't know if you watched the Bitcoin Daily today, or TFN Club Daily, that's right now, maybe you're gonna watch it tonight. Both stock markets, the dollar index, everything looks like it's bottoming out, so we might be getting a big rally towards the upside. So this shorter capitulation phase might actually come. Now we did break this on downside, and we right now pulling towards downside. If you look at a 4-hourly time frame, you'll see that there is this line that we've been following like forever, and right now that line is actually broken. So we might just get up here, hit this resistance, go back below the support down here, and then crash on the downside. But is this likely? It is very likely. We broke the support, but DXY is on the way towards downside. So why don't I think that this is gonna happen? Let's right now go to DXY, go to the hourly time frame, and what you're gonna see here, let's remove the moving averages on the chart. I've been explaining this to people in the live stream. Let's remove this line. There has been some kind of rising wedge towards the upside up here that broke right over here, right? We broke down, tried to hold up, and then we broke outside. Then we tried to get back above it, and right now we end to move towards the downside. And we said once this rising wedge starts breaking down, there are three targets we are looking for. The first target is 111.9, around 112. The next one is at around 110.7 or 111, and this is around 110. So 110, 100. Let's move it a little bit up here just to, you know, make it very noticeable. This is actually quite high up here. Yeah, okay, 10.7 or something like that. This can be moved a little bit high. There we go, 112. So you can see here there are three targets that are very important level of support for this rising wedge. This move down, this move down, and this move down. So how much down towards downside this is gonna come, we don't know. But what we are pretty confident about, and of course this is all about probabilities, is that this move will come down to one of these three lines. Now the question is which one, because we already broke out of the rising wedge. We already did this retest, tried to break back above it, which we failed. We already went towards downside, and one very important line is right now being broken. Right now it's being broken. I think we drew it something like this up here. There we go. It's actually this line is actually quite holding still a little bit well. Maybe it's still holding a little bit, but we drew it something like this, and this is already kind of breaking on the downside. But there is another line up here, and that's because of these stops over here and these bottoms up here. There is this line, give or take, up here. Once this line starts breaking on the downside, because this is right now, you know, some kind of top phase up here. Once this line starts breaking on the downside down here, this will go down to one of these three levels, and which level is going to be, we don't actually quite know. But it's really hard to assume that Bitcoin is gonna, you know, drop down the same time as DXY is dropping towards downside. So if you just assume that DXY is gonna go towards downside, then Bitcoin can't go towards downside, because Bitcoin and DXY are actually inversely correlated. On the 4-hourly time frame, let's pop back the moving averages up here, although we see that we are below certain levels down here. Below certain levels, we see that we are a little bit extended from the moving averages up here. We came into this moving averages, we got the rejector up here right now. Are we gonna come right back up again, up here and continue towards upside? That depends to be seen. But if DXY goes down, then this move towards upside is very, very likely. I mean, right now you saw that we are sitting on some kind of support on DXY, and if that support breaks, then this is gonna go towards the upside. This is gonna go towards the upside. You can see already here on the 1-hourly time frame that Bitcoin did hit some kind of low down here, and right now it's starting to climb these moving averages. We can get above the 20 moving average. This is more than likely at least come up to, you know, back to 19.3, but 19.3 has been a very big resistance. Levels up here, maybe even this 50 moving average, and then if it manages to break that towards the upside, that's gonna be, you know, super good for us. But right now, you know, looking more downside down here, not so much. I'm not quite there yet. I'm not quite there. I think I need, you know, another more day to see how the price actually develops. But the most likely scenario, if you look at a daily time frame, you'll see that we have still not broken the previous low down here. We're still holding above the previous low, and we still got low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So this is still an, you know, technically uptrend. It is a bad move towards the downside, and we broke certain levels, but it's still not as bad as it could have been. Now looking at you know, dollar index, I think this is gonna bounce towards upside. I think this is gonna bounce towards upside. Very nice move, very nice. And also you can see here that the 50, 20, and 10 moving average right now are coming together down here. So, you know, breaking all of these three and going towards upside, that's very good probability. You'll see this 50 moving average up here, you know, kind of held us down. And right now, if you can manage to get above that, that's gonna be super nice, super nice. So, anyways, guys, bears. I know it's shocking they want to lower prices, but when there is FUD, uncertainty, you know, fear, doubt, you know, that's when people buy, and, you know, price goes up. Guys, you don't have a lot of time left to buy the gems, and you can get only 20% off on KuCoin. So get on KuCoin while you can get the gems. Not a financial advice, you know. There's that. You cannot buy gems on Bybit. You cannot buy gems on Coinbase. You cannot buy gems on Binance. You can buy gems only on KuCoin. That's it, guys. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Bye bye.